lost all ambition or worldly acclaim. I just wanna be the one you love, and with your admission that you feel the same.
What's going on, guys? It's GamerBro18 here, coming to you with a brand new video today, talking about the lag issue currently affecting Modern Warfare 3 across all platforms. You know, it's not just Xbox anymore. You know, for those who've probably been following Call of Duty updates, stuff like that, it was originally just affecting those on Xbox at the tail end of Season 4, but it seems that now since Season 5, it is affecting both PlayStation and PC. And in some of the gameplay that you are going to see in the video, you know, I too suffer from the lag. You know, I've had the latency spikes, I've had the jittering that sometimes happens, as well as the freezing when looking for a match, making it sometimes quite unplayable. And just kind of going to be looking as to what is actually causing it, because I think there's a lot of things that are causing the issue, and why Activision actually needs to fix this, because this is a problem, like a big problem, that no one seems to even be talking about. So a bit of a background when it comes to the lag itself with Modern Warfare 3. Originally, lag would occur based on skill-based matchmaking. For those who probably don't know what skill-based matchmaking is, long story short, if you have really good stats, or if you basically sweat the game, you are going to get punished by the algorithm, as skill-based matchmaking is designed to cater to casuals and noobs. So if you have a lower KD or are of a lower rank, you are going to get protected by skill-based matchmaking. And that was originally the gist of how the lag would usually affect people on Modern Warfare 3. It would usually be those who would completely sweat their tits off in the game. So if you had a 1 KD, nearly a 2, you know, you would experience the lag. But towards Season 4, there was a bit of a bigger issue where the lag was just happening to random people, mainly affecting Xbox, but then when Season 5 dropped, we were hoping that the issue would be fixed, and it seemed that maybe for a day that the issue had been resolved, but then the lag spiking pretty much just like came back, and it started affecting everyone across the board. It didn't seem to matter when it came to your KD anymore. You know, I have experienced the lagging myself. You know, as just stated earlier, you know, I've had the latency spikes, I've had the freezing and the jittering that takes place in the game. So there's clearly something since Season 5 that has caused the issue. And, you know, with Season 5 Reloaded, you know, not that far, I'm hoping that it gets fixed, but so far we've had no acknowledgement from Sledgehammer or Activision, which seems to be a huge problem. Now, this also begs the question, you know, is this even going to get fixed? You know, is there going to be a fix on the way? Personally, I don't know. I don't think there will be. You know, there's been no acknowledgement from Activision about this issue. You know, there's been nothing on any of the social handles for Sledgehammer or Activision, or the Call of Duty social media handles. Even though people are literally probably complaining and commenting about it, they just seem to be ignoring it. Now, in retrospective, you know, this issue, you know, probably originally was a lot worse because it was, you know, affecting a lot more people, but now it seems to have spread to, you know, obviously both PlayStation and PC as well. But there's still no acknowledgement about it, and I think Activision's excuse is going to be that we have Black Ops 6, you know, literally like a couple of months away, and the fact that, you know, people can still, you know, log in and actually play the game, and the fact that the lag issue doesn't happen all the time, you know, that'd probably be a good enough reason for them to actually not take any action. But this simply isn't good enough. If this persists, no one is going to be playing past Season 5 Reloaded, because we got Season 5 Reloaded, you know, not that far away, and one would expect that, you know, maybe Sledgehammer will acknowledge this issue and try and apply a fix. Whether they do, I honestly don't know. If they actually do fix the issue, you know, I'll be impressed, because, you know, full credit to Sledgehammer, you know, they've had a really rough ride of it lately, you know, having less than a year to actually develop Modern Warfare 3 and giving us all the content that we've actually wanted. If they actually were able to fix the lag issue, you know, that would be amazing. But this is Activision we're talking about here. I don't think they're even going to allow Sledgehammer to fix the issue. They're just going to tell them to roll out Season 5 Reloaded, and that'll be it. I personally don't think that this lag issue is going to go away. Even by the time Season 6 Reloaded, Season 6 comes out, I don't think that this is going to go away. So why is Modern Warfare 3 lagging so much? It seems that since Season 5, there's like a couple of issues, or reasons I should say, as to why the game is lagging so much. The first one being the absolute size of the game, especially when you consider how big they are. The shitty servers, which anyone can agree on, the servers are absolute dog shit, as well as the introduction of the game to Game Pass and the ramping up of the skill base, which seem to be sort of like the 3 to 4 main reasons as to why the game is actually lagging. Now, when you look at the size of the game, it's certainly not difficult to see that as one of the main reasons as to why there's such a lag spike for gamers, because there is just so much content in the game. When you take all the base maps that were in the game at launch, all the new maps that are released as part of the Battle Pass system, all the weapon variants, the bundles, new weapons that have been added to the game, as well as the transfer of all the weapons from Modern Warfare 2, as well as map variants, because it seems that certain maps have got different versions, which is just clogging up the size of the game. You've got, several versions of Rust, Shipment, Scrapyard, and even Skid Row. You've got all these different variants that is just taking up resources in the game, and for some people, they just seem to be lagging, and that is why that there's the problem, because they're not, say, experiencing actual spikes with their latency. They just seem to be kind of jittering all over the place, which they've attributed to the fact there's just so much stuff in the game. And with all that stuff in the game, that obviously will contribute to it, especially when you look at the file size of Call of Duty games these days, especially when, most file sizes seem to be at least 100 gigabytes. So you can almost imagine as to why that is one of the problems. And kind of moving into the next reason, which is the really shitty servers. Everyone knows that Activision servers have always been dog shit when it comes to COD. At least, over the recent years, because if you were to go back to like the OG days of Call of Duty, when you're like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, you never really had problems with the servers. Now, whether Activision are just using the same servers from the OG days, I really don't know. But that is an issue. And because the servers are so shit, they cannot seem to handle the amount of content that is in Call of Duty at the moment, particularly in MW3, when you literally take into account everything that is in the game, with bundles, Warzone, the weapon variants, all the new maps, the map variants, all the weapon variants, all the attachments that you've got for weapons, which is just absolutely ridiculous, and then all the Modern Warfare 2 content, which is just mainly the weapons and some of the Modern Warfare 2 maps that have been transferred over to Modern Warfare 3. You wonder why? Look, the servers can't handle it, because there is just so much of it. It's completely insane. Activision really should actually, maybe invest in getting decent servers, because we shouldn't be having to put up with this shit. It's 2024. Gaming is supposed to be improving with technology, and yet it seems to be getting worse. So come on, Activision, wake the fuck up and get decent servers. And, this kind of moves into sort of like the third point, and that is to do with the Game Pass. As Modern Warfare 3 was recently added to Game Pass for Xbox and PC, which has seen a spike in the number of new players playing the game. As obviously now the game is free on Game Pass, that means anyone can just download it and just play the game. Which, everyone has noticed that there have been a lot more news because of this announcement for Game Pass. Which, when you take in the problem of skill-based matchmaking trying to protect players of those who have a less than a 1KD, as well as new players, that is going to cause a problem for the servers, because the way skill-based works is that it will connect you with other players and find you lobbies based on your skill level and no longer your connection, or back in the day when ping was king, if you go back to the very OG days of Call of Duty. Because, the state now is literally skill and matching you with people of a similar skill to you. And with this new influx of players, you got the algorithm trying to heavily protect these people against people who've been playing for ages, like me and all my friends and everyone else who's been playing Modern Warfare 3 since day one. Which, when you look at the fact that, these laggings that are happening, is definitely on purpose to protect the new players. And because skill-based, I wouldn't be surprised, has been ramped up even more because of the addition to Game Pass. And unless, the issue of skill base is actually looked at, and the fact that it has made the experience worse, we're going to be stuck with this for a long time. And I won't be surprised if it just continues to get worse and worse, because no matter how you look at it, skill base just doesn't seem to be going away, because Activision seem to think is a roaring success. Anyway, that's pretty much all the reasons as to why, Modern Warfare 3 is lagging. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you're brand new, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you all next time.